Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Tonight we're going to be going over the latest episode of The Chi Season 6, episode number 10, called Want This Smoke. Trying to figure out who want the smoke. I don't know. Because, it's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. When I say a lot going on, it wasn't a lot in this episode, but it just seems like a lot of connections. It's kind of getting on my nerves a little bit, but we're going to talk. I'm going to try my best to, I didn't get a chance to go over every, on my second watch, it got interrupted. So what's up, DeMarcus Vaughn, OT Lungs? What up? Rashonda Greer, hi. So let's get into it, y'all. I was cool with the episode. I feel like it had a few moments that was like, come here. I was like, okay, this is weird, What's up, Legacy?
Hey, live. I'm back from college.
Love you.
Love you.
All right, make sure you let me know when you get there. Text me. And I don't want you there all night either. Let me see. Sorry, what time is it? 12:23. I don't know normally like my kids even leaving at this time. But he is in the neighborhood. Okay. Chanel and Tanette Grayson, thank you. How did y'all feel about this episode? Were you, were you feeling it? Do you kind of feel like it's a little slow? Like, I had to really think about this. I'm like, because when I was talking to my members, I was thinking like, guys, I'm over here like, all right, it comes with the territory. It is only the second episode. I don't expect them to be doing nothing much. But then I had to think like, wait a minute. This is not the second freaking episode. This is the 10th episode. And it feels like the second episode because they took a freaking huge break. So that's why it feels like that. But it's not. I think that they need to go like this. Like, come on. And they're like, adding more stuff to the story. I'm not into that. I don't like it. Chanel said, I love Keisha and Emmett love scene. I couldn't stand it. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of seeing them screw. Like, we know that's what they love to do. I don't want to see it. I'm tired of it. Like, how many times we got to see it? That's how I used to feel about Ghost and Angela. I'm like, why do we need to keep seeing them screwing? We know what they do. That's what they love to do. They get it in. Why do we need to keep seeing it? Give me a new couple that we haven't seen, whatever. Anyway. OT Long says they're building the plot. I mean, that's what I was hoping that they were doing, but it's kind of like the plot done been built already since the other half of the season, right? So now we're in episode 10, and we pretty much should be like, kind of like, we should be getting a move on at this point. No rushing, but like, let's get a move on. Okay? I'm tired. All right. So guys, Trig, he addresses, he's gonna kind of have like this little speech. He's addressing other politicians or wherever he is. Maybe he's in City Hall or anything like, something like that. And he advocates for a mental health clinic, which is great. And he wants it to be built on the South Side of Chicago. And I'm like, of course, wonderful. I love what Trig is doing. I love the fact that he wants, people's, the mental health situation. He wants that to be, He wants that to be, he wants to shed light on it. It should be addressed. It should be something that people should, hold on, sorry, what I was going to say. It should be something that people should, like, be aware of, right? Don't be afraid and all of that. So that's where I'm at with it. Don't be afraid to talk about things that have always been taboo, Tanette says they're probably building up for different directions since a season 7. Yeah, trust me. I thought of that when I was saying what I was saying in the first reaction recap. I was like, the reason why they're adding all these new little storylines is because they're not coming to an end. And I don't know when the heck this thing is going to end, guys. Oh my gosh. But I'm not hating it, though. I'm not hating it. Sometimes The Chi brings a different feeling, which is cool. I think my main thing is that I'm afraid that it could be ruined. And that's the thing. Like, I don't want it to get ruined. I'm just, how it is, OT. I be getting annoyed with stuff. So, as Trig is talking about all this, what's up, LSW and Courtney Harrison? As he's talking about all this, he's kind of talking about, if I would have learned this earlier in life, I would have probably not did this or not did that. And you see flashbacks of the things that he did, So, including the time when he helped Douda get rid of that body, Q's body. So now the burnt up car surfaces, guys. They find it, and the car wasn't found it wasn't found too far from Q's body. And that was one of my things. I'm like, whoa. So I thought that y'all really did a good job of getting rid of the body, getting rid of the car. Like, I'm just confused at this point. Douda's supposed to be this big gangster, and Trig is supposed to be this, big, exterminator. So you would think that they would collectively know how to get rid of a body and a car, right? Whatever. Anything to tell the story, fine, fine, fine. So as the cops, detectives, whoever they are, they say that the prince will be hard to get, but not impossible. Okay? That not impossible. Courtney says Oliver Spartan, hi, says this car been chilling for 6 years. Why they trace and find fingerprints? They said it was going to be, wow, I'm sorry. They said it was going to be difficult, but not impossible. So, all right now. Now, Trig, after all of this, he gets abducted, guys, by Nuck and Zay, and they bring him to Douda. And, I just, like I said before, I just love that Trig is fearless. I don't think being fearless is always so smart. I think if you're fearless, you should still try to be smart about it. But, he just like, whatever. Sometimes, I don't know. I just kind of feel like Trig is like, whatever, I'm here. Like, if I live, I live. And if I die, I die. Like, he doesn't he doesn't care. He's like, this is my time. This is my time. Let me headbutt this ninja. Because he about to probably, take me out. I might as well do something to him. He headbutted him and started giggling. Like, this dude is like, he's not, I feel like I could say he's low-key crazy because a lot of people don't know about that side of him. But for me, he's high key because we know about how he got down, whatever. But man, that was crazy. He headbutted him, started laughing, and then he got his eye shut, child. Oh my gosh. Dude, I punched the crap out of that eye, and he walking around. And so they had the men's meeting, and he coming up in the men's meeting. They all trying to, well, I don't want to say they was getting sentimental. They weren't getting sentimental. They were just bearing their souls and stuff like that. They, got their little safe space going on, which I love. But, he's coming in with his eye all shut. And I'm just like, this is crazy. So, after all that, Vic tells Quincy that Douda just wanted him to keep his mouth shut. Or I think he told, what's the guy's name? He told Shad that. So we saw Shad come back in this episode, which is good. And Lene. All right. Just keep your mouth shut, okay? And Shad was like, well, then shut up then. The heck? But I didn't hear that that Victor is talking so much, right? So I don't know. I think his main thing was, Douda was like, did you try to delete me? And Victor's like, if I tried to delete you, bro, or if I shot at you, I would not miss. So, like, come on now. You already know. And he's like, well, dude, I said, well, thank God you wasn't the shooter then, huh? And that's when that headbutt came, like, bow. I couldn't ever see myself headbutting somebody, okay? It would have to be like, I don't even want to talk about it because I just don't want to be in that situation. All right, so like I said, Shad is back, guys. Let me see. Chanel said, dude, I knew he had to tie up Trig, and Trig still headbutt him while he's tied. Right. You gonna have to, like, you gotta tie his whole body up. Like, the head has to be like this up against the, like, because that guy's crazy. Right. He should have just said good point, because the way he was like, okay, well, thank God that you didn't, thank God it wasn't you. Like, no, it should be good point. Good point. All right, y'all. So, like I said, Shad is back in this episode, and he's in the men's circle telling the guys that he can't really sleep or eat without Deja. He misses her so much, blah, blah, blah. So he's kind of suffering without his girl. Totally understandable, right? We also see that Jamal is in the group, and he's back, and he's still trying to find a job. So I had mentioned, he's like, so Quincy is like, how can we support you? And he was like, oh, just pray, just pray for me and everything. But my thing is, if you are in, and I think I made this point was it last year? Whenever the other half of season 6 was on, I was saying, if you have Quincy and you have Vic, right? Quincy's running for council, not Quincy. Trig is running for city council and all this stuff, and you're bumping shoulders with all these successful black men and these city officials. Why can't you help this guy get a job? You can't hook this guy up with a job? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. So I just kind of feel like this men's circle should also serve as some type of resource for people that actually show up, that have the courage enough to show up. So like, Trig, if you ain't really gonna do nothing, just don't do nothing. That's how I feel about it. Because how come this guy still don't have a job? It makes no sense to me. Anyway, so back at Trig's house, right? Shad tells him that he hooked up with Tierra on Valentine's Day. Like, this is the reason why they broke up. This is the reason why Deja done kicked him out and stuff, because he accidentally sent a text that was meant for Tierra to Deja, which blew up his spot. And Trig is like, when the heck did you hook up with her? And he's like, Valentine's Day. Trig says, well, when was you going to tell me? He's just saying it with a smile. He doesn't look like he have an attitude or nothing. And, which he shouldn't. And, what's his name? Shad, he was like, because it ain't had nothing to do with you, and it's not like she was really your girl. And Shad is like, not Shad. Trig was like, oh, well, damn, Anyway, so now in this scene, we hear Shad telling Trig that he want to be out in the streets. He want to be for the streets. I always been wanting to be for the streets, all this stuff. And I think Trig is trying to warn him, like, bro, you don't really want to be out in these streets. And it's going to be hard for you to find a woman like Deja. They don't come around often, okay? Come on. So, guess Shad didn't want to listen, and he had to listen, y'all. He had to learn the hard way, should I say. Okay, because, he goes to this bar, and, the first woman he sees, she was already on it like, bro, if you ain't trying to get married, don't talk to me. Like, we're not... I don't have time to talk to anybody that's not trying to get married. You trying to get married? Like, he was like, hell no. So that's the first chick, like, okay, that ain't gonna work. And then he sees another chick, and he's like, there she is. And all I could think was, or is she? There she is, or is she? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be funny, y'all. Some people might be watching this, and you might be a part of the trans community and think, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being serious, okay? Nowadays, people are getting very, very, very tricked and deceived and caught up with these folks that are not who they appear to be. I'll put it that way. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm not giving off any kind of hate. I'm just saying, he said, there she is. And I said, is she? That's it. Now, folks got to be given a choice. That's all I'm saying. Give people a choice. If they want to slide that way, let them know they sliding that way at least. You know what I'm saying? Give them the choice. Okay? So, let me see what you guys are saying. LSW, hi. I think I said hi to you. Michelle Wadler. Tonight Grayson. Said exactly, Miss K. That's ridiculous. Victor and Quincy could find Rashad and Jamal a job. Exactly. But you see that Shad is doing kind of like odd jobs with, what's his name? Darnell. So that's kind of good. But we still see that this bro, Jamal, he's really trying to change his life around, but he's not catching a break. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's pretty sad. Another person says, Oh, LSW, she says, I love, I love those scenes. Are you talking about the scenes with Rashad when he's like, so guys, can we talk about this other thing with the next woman that he meets when he says there she is? He goes over there to her and he's like, hey, I'm gonna buy you a drink and all this stuff. She's like, can I add a plate to the menu or whatever? I'm like, girl. So he said, okay, sure. You know, you could get a little what did he call it? A little appetizer, some cheese and this and that, whatever. I don't know. He said cheese and crackers maybe, but listen, she, I ordered as soon as he said you could get a little appetizer, some cheese, this and that. I said, man, she want lobster and shrimp, okay? Even though that's not, she didn't say the shrimp part, but I knew that's where she was going. She ordered the lobster bisque as, I guess the appetizer, and then this chick asked for a lobster and steak or something like she was ODing. I was like, bro, why didn't you cancel that order? Why didn't you cancel that order? Do y'all think he should have canceled the order? Come on, let's talk to me, please. Should he have canceled the order? Because I'm sorry, like, you're not about to take advantages. You don't even know this guy. And I know some people like, hey, if he willing to do it, just let him do it. Child, he was an idiot. And I guess, look, I guess if he wanted to be a fool, you know what I'm saying, and let somebody take advantage of him, knowing he don't really got no money, and he want to let his pride get in the way, then I guess he deserved what he got, right? But I'm just saying he should have been like, I'm sorry, sir, no, cancel that. I did not. I told her she could order an appetizer. That's not an appetizer. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Anywho, LSW said yes. Now he was broke. He been broke though. That's the thing, right? But we did hear a little bit. I think in his conversation with Alicia, that he has like a stash. You know what I'm saying? When he meets her later on, she is trying to tell him that, you know, he could come back around and fix some things for her, and he can, cause she's like, how do you, you know, who holds your money for you? Because he said, I don't trust anybody to hold my money. And she's like, well, you can trust me. And he's like, I just met you, you know. She's like, well, come around a little more, you could fix a few things, this and that. And that's basically, I guess, how you can get to know me. And I was just like, please don't do this, y'all. Please don't make a relationship or a love thing between these people. I don't want to see it. Oh my gosh, I don't want to see it. Okay, so he does try to get back with Deja. After a while, we see that he was sleeping in a car and Darnell found him. So now he has to go. He's staying with Darnell and Deja. Deja's like, I don't want a grown man staying with me, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, the husband talks her into it and he's staying there. I don't think Shad is an issue, but I could see him probably annoying. Did I say Deja? I'm sorry, I meant Jada. I could see him probably annoying Jada. I'm getting their names confused. Because she's lived on her own as a grown woman, a single woman for so many years. So I could kind of see that being a really huge change, you know, but it doesn't look like it's going to be something for long, because after Deja told him that, look, I loved you too. Like, he showed up with some flowers and she's like, flowers ain't going to fix this. He's like, I love you tonight. I don't want to lose you. She was like, I loved you too, and walked away. And that's when he knocks on Alicia's door. And I'm just like, oh man. And he's like, oh, you know, she's like, it's kind of late. And he's like, well, I could fix the locks on the door and all this. And she was like, man, you could do that in the morning. So if she's telling him that he can do that in the morning, what you think they was, you know, what you think? What you think? What do you think? Do you think they went upstairs and got it in or something like that? I don't know, but I don't want to ever see it, okay? So, guys, I just want to say real quick before I forget, the car that was found, now Trig might be in trouble. So we do see at the end of the episode, we got 5 Heartbeats, Leon showing up, and he's his lawyer. And he's telling him, like, yeah, if we cannot prove that Duda was the one that deleted Q, then you're going to jail for the rest of your life. So, because it's really bad, because his fingerprints was actually found on the car. So, oh my gosh. Okay. So let's talk about Emmett and Keisha. First, let me see what you guys are talking about a little bit. Sorry, guys. Big Wolf, what's up? He said he's writing his new book, Night Owls 3 Trilogy. This episode was a letdown. Oh, wow. All right, so Deja all isn't all either with Bougie, huh? I think the lawyer is Rob's dad. That's what I think DeMarcus tried to say earlier. We'll see. Um if he's her dad, it also goes to show that she liked him type young too still, huh? Anyway. So let's get back into Emmett and Keisha. As I said, I don't care about seeing them do nothing. But they go out and they party together, they club, and then they run into Dante and his little boo named Candace. And they're like, let's get out of here. First, guys, let's talk about the fact that, what's his name, was flirting. Dante was really flirting with, with, with Keisha. And Emmett was like, can you please, like, fall back? Like, what the heck are you doing? And Dante was like, I'm just trying to be nice. And he was like you was, Emmett said, like, you was nice with Tiff. Like I always say this, guys, but everybody in the Chi knows every freaking body. Okay? There's a connection some way, somehow, and it always has to do with smashing somebody. Like, there's always a freaking connection. And then these people actually become friends and stuff after the fact. So it's just crazy. Like, this dude was the whole reason, honestly, why him and Tiff got a divorce, because she wanted to, like, be with him and he didn't really want to be with her. Then she started messing with Rob. Then she started to figure out that she wanted to be in an open relationship or open marriage, and then that's when she started to deal with Rob, and like it just became a whole thing, I think, right? So anyway, Tanette says, I love Dante. I like him too, I do. I like him, but I'm trying to figure out, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, what's going to be his role? Why are they putting him and Emmett together? So that's where I don't like feeling confused, but we're going to keep on going. So Dante, like I said, he was flirting. He told him to fall back, so they left. Dante also mentioned that he can spot a Douda scheme from a mile away or something like that. So there's clearly some things that Dante knows about Douda that he's letting on, but he's not giving all of the information. But he is letting it be known that I know some things about him. So how is that gonna come into play with the storyline? I don't know, but I need them to like hurry up. You know what I'm saying? They're they're kind of Game of Thrones in it right now with all these freaking characters and the stuff that, so it's going to take a minute. We're already in season 6 and we haven't really come to some kind of like conclusion or connection or whatever. I mean, we got connections all over the place, but ain't nothing happened. Connections, but nothing's connecting. Like, what is happening? All right. So one thing that I do like, when they finally they left the club, which I thought was great. Like, leave the club scene, but they wanted to dance. They wanted to get their little dance on. I mean, they're young, but they acted old, where they was like, oh, I'm just ready to go home. My feet are tired. Da da da. They was ready to go home and just chill, and I'm totally cool with that, of course. But I liked his girlfriend Candace when she was telling Keisha, she was like, Dante, like, I'm not really his girl. He doesn't really believe in owning somebody, right? But I'm out here like, look at all of these dudes that want me. Like, she had her phone and she was showing her and all this, and then Keisha was like, oh, it's crazy out here and everything. And she's like, yeah, girl, but she's like, I ain't trying to be tied down to no dude and his kids and blah blah blah. And then she was like, but you and your man are cute together. I love that for you. So I just kind of felt like it was nice that even after she said everything that she was saying, she didn't knock Keisha for having a man and, settling down or whatever you want to call that, whatever they got going on. They little shacking up situation. So I just kind of thought that was cool that she, added that. So then they leave, guys, and then later on they go and they have unprotected sex. I thought that this was very foolish of Keisha, and I was really, after I said everything that I had to say in my first reaction recap. When I thought about it again, I tried to watch it again on the second watch. I just didn't understand where her mental was. I didn't understand why when Emmett was saying, let me go get a condom real quick, and she's like, no, you don't have to, just be careful. Like, why? What are you thinking? What's going on in your mind right now that you have decided that you don't want Emmett to get to wear protection? I don't know, y'all. That was weird for me, but I feel like they're definitely gonna make her be pregnant, and she just had a baby. And as you could see, they got all of these kids and everything around. The parents are watching the kids, and they like, listen, do you think we don't got nothing better to do than watch your kids? And then before he left, the mother said, listen, no, don't, I know y'all want to have your little one-on-one time, but don't make no more babies. Y'all don't need an extra baby in the house, okay? You just don't. Oh boy. Dante really doesn't know Emmett that well, which is why he probably gave him. Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to give him much info. I was just saying that he looks like he seems like he has the information. So I want to know in the future, are we going to be using, you know what I'm saying, Dante as somebody who's going to let folks know what's happening, as some further insight, any information that we could use to, help take this dude down. You know what I mean? Like, can we do something? I don't know. What's up, Nia Lee? It's okay. Thank you for being here. Chanel says that Keisha was drunk. That's what that was. Maybe so. Just dumb. Dumb as heck. Tamika High says Keisha's definitely pregnant. Emmett don't miss. Exactly. Exactly. You already know what it is. She's pregnant. Sheesh, my gosh. It's giving trifling. Like, it's giving trifling, y'all. No disrespect to the men that have like several kids and several baby mothers, but like, it's just not good. It don't look good on paper. It just doesn't look good on paper. Woo! So y'all, Alicia, so we talking about Emmett. Alicia tells Emmett to get back to her on a loan to buy Duda out, because she apparently heard a little bit of the conversation that Emmett was having with Tiff and Rob. Okay, so Rob is telling him, because he came to the house and to the new spot that she got him up in, the mother, right? And Emmett is looking around like, yo, this is nice, yo. Like, how many places she got? And then Rob is saying she got a lot, and clearly, we see she has a lot of money. I do like that about Alicia. Like, she's a paid chick. She seems like a boss chick. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that has power and money and all that. Money, power, respect. Anyway. It's another situation happening, because he tells Keisha earlier that he's not going to delete Alicia. But now he's about to get in bed with Alicia, right? For money. And, well, it seems like it. My thing is, are you forgetting the deal that you made with the devil? Are you forgetting that he wants you to delete this woman? It ain't about you buying him out. He wants you to delete somebody that he hates. So when she asked him, like, how much money do you need? Emmett was like, I don't know, So she's like, okay, well, find out and get back to me. So now Rob is saying, listen, if you are going to take any money from my mom, she's going to make you earn it. And y'all know the deal that she gave her own son. Yo, did she was supposed to make the mother's list. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Oh my gosh. I'm so annoyed right now. She was supposed to make the worst mother's list. I don't think she's a bad mom. She would have been pretty high up there as far as like on the rank, or low on the ranking, because I don't think she's a bad mom. I just think that she deserves to be on the list. Yeah, she's got some stuff with her. I know she loves her son. She wants him to be safe, but she put him in some pretty bad predicament. And I saw that coming. Like, why would you want your son to delete somebody just so that you could feel good about giving him $100,000? You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally made him the hitman, which was stupid to me when you know that he's not about that life. You can literally order somebody to do this, but you wanted your son to do it in order for you to feel okay with giving him the $100,000 or whatever, or paying him $100,000. I just thought that was whack. So if we saw her do that to her own son, then what do you think she's going to ask Emmett to do? You know, she's probably going to ask Emmett to set Duda up, or to, do something that has anything to do with taking him down. But we also know that she might have Bianca on the job, or maybe she has Bianca trying to get some information or some extra information. I don't know. We saw Bianca taking Duda out, talking about some, people need to know that you were here or whatever, like talking to him like he about to die. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what's her deal? She was there when he had Trig and punched him in the eye and had him all, tied up and everything. Bianca was there. Then she took him out. So maybe she's trying to get closer and closer with him. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. It's too many what do they say? Too many irons in the fire. Like, what are we doing? Who's gonna do it? Like, do you got Bianca on the job, or like, what are we doing? Are you trying to get her to do it to cash in that favor? Is the favor to delete Duda, or is the favor to deliver Duda to get him to trust you? I don't know if he ever gonna trust her, because while they out eating, he over there texting Tracy. You might as well try to get in touch with Tracy, but Tracy ain't gonna do that. She ain't gonna set nobody up. It would have to be to the point where she don't know that she's being used as somebody to get to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, it's just a lot going on, y'all. It's just a lot. Duda gonna figure out. Yeah, because that's what I thought when she was saying people need to see that you were here. I was like, that's a little, I don't know, that's kind of dark to be talking like that. You know what I mean? And then when he got up, I was nervous. I thought he was gonna, like, you trying to kill me, B, or something, because he just be like that, he's crazy. Naya Lee says, I can't get a good read on Bianca. I don't know if she'll betray Duda or Alicia. Right. I don't like her, I don't really like her looks. I don't like her looks. Tamika says, I agree. Bianca already fumbled. She can't keep Duda's attention. Right. He's texting somebody else. Tracy over there talking about, leave me be. I'm over here with my toy. Leave me alone. Okay. I'm watching Waiting to Exhale. Got my wine and my toy. Bye bye. Leave me alone. I guess she was serious about it, y'all. All right. So we definitely about to talk about what you talking about, OT, in a minute, because like I have to talk about the comedy element in this episode, which was so like, are we kidding right now? Are we kidding right now? Okay. So not yet though. I gotta go down the line. Okay. I don't want to miss anything. So Gemma, she had a little friction in the studio with Brittany. And I guess she was kind of annoyed with the fact that Brittany was kind of, flirting with another chick, had the girl on her lap, blah, blah, blah. So she wasn't really about her business in the studio. But as far as Brittany is concerned, she feels like, I am about my business. I laid it down. It's hot. What are you talking about? Your job is to just go get me gigs. Don't be trying to critique my stuff. And Gemma is like, well, that's what I do. I'm supposed to critique and blah, 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 So Brittany is saying, listen, I didn't pay you to get on my nerves. Okay. So then she was like, okay, we're gonna call it a night. That's what Gemma said. We're gonna call it a night. And that was that. So there's friction in the studio. But I wonder if the girl wasn't there, right? If that extra chick wasn't there sitting on Brittany's lap, would Gemma have said, okay, I need you to get into the studio and lay it down one more time? Would she have done that? I kind of feel like she probably wouldn't have. Okay. And then she goes home to Jake And he's, looking through his little stuff, the Instagram, whatever he's doing on social media. I'm saying Instagram automatically, but I don't know. And he's looking at these chicks and stuff like that. And so I guess he had put out an ad to, for some females to model his clothes and stuff. And Kenya answered the ad, and she wound up modeling and things. And so Gemma sees that, and she's like, Kenya modeled for you or whatever. And he said, well, she answered, my call. She answered my ad or whatever. And she's like, I could have did it and all this. And he was like, well, you was busy with your girl. And she was like, are you seriously about to say this? And da da da. And he's like, listen, I don't got time for this. I'm about to I got to get up early. I'm going to, I got to go to bed. And she's like, me too. And then, because honestly, at first I thought that she was leaving, right? Like, she's getting herself ready to, I guess I wasn't really paying attention that much. She's getting herself ready to leave. But like, she done went over there and got in a bed with the man. So my thing is, they live together. Cause that's one thing that I thought Jake was definitely against. Like, we don't need to live together, girl. Like, that's not what needs. That's not what's about to happen. Or maybe she's just spending the night. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I hope they don't live together because that is just extremely annoying. These kids just be doing the most, honey. So I will not be surprised if Jake and Kenya started doing some things together. When he was like tying the little sweater or whatever that was around her, I was just like, I'm getting some vibes. I'm getting some vibes over here, just like I was getting some vibes with Papa and Maisha in last week's episode. I'm like, something's about to be another connection, honey, happening. And I'm just thinking, like, if you mess with Kenya, it's like you just can't. Like, you gotta dibble and dabble in every little, like, every chick that one of your friends had. You got to have a piece of that, huh? Like, come on, brother, stop. But let's get back to Gemma real quick. Why are you acting like you have an issue, or not acting like, why do you have an issue with Jake using Kenya when you over here jealous about another chick, okay, about Brittany being with another chick, or kissy face with another chick? Like, she just got a lot of nerves, and she's gonna talk about something. Why didn't you tell me? Okay, well, why haven't you told him that you've been kissing on Brittany yet? Let's be fair. You haven't told him that you've been kissing on Brittany. So don't be freaking mad at him when you find out that he's using a girl as just a model for now. For now, it's innocent. For now. But we gonna see where it's gonna go, because I could see it definitely going somewhere, child. And they done made whatchamacallit look a little more sexy too. It's so funny because it's like when Gemma, it's like every time they have a girl that they're about to prep for Jake or get with Jake, they make her more sexier, right? So like when Gemma was with Kevin, she had the fro and she was the revolutionary and all that, and she dressed like she was out of the 70s, and then when she gets with Jake, you kept seeing her look change more and more and more, and now she has more of this kind of sex appeal type of thing, and she dresses like somebody that Jake would probably prefer, right? We've seen all the Instagram stuff that he's looking at, right? We see what he's into. So now I was getting the church girl vibe, the wholesome type of vibe from Kenya when she was with Papa. Now all of a sudden she looking type sexy in this episode. I know she was modeling the clothes, but I will not be surprised if we're gonna see her looking a little more sexy from here on out, okay? Because Jake is about to make that thing his. That's what I feel, okay? So now, guys, Rob, let's talk about Rob just for not too long, just a little bit. Rob is out walking in a garage parking lot, and Nuck runs up on him, okay? So here's my thing. For number one, why the heck is Rob walking anywhere by himself? Number two, I thought that it was which should be number one. I thought that it was very weird anyway how he came walking out and just woke up like that when he was literally on a breathing machine. Like, this is too much. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. And then we talking about, all right. I need to breathe. Okay. All right. Listen. there's weird stuff that they do on this show. Okay, I'm not on here to be trying to bash it. I promise. Okay, there's just weird stuff that they do. So I was talking about them kind of seeming like they're not really picking up the story, right? Taking it a little slow. I don't normally mind that. It's just that we're in episode 10, like what's going on. Instead, it seems like they're adding more storylines, okay? So it's slow there. But then we got this fast healing action happening with Rob when he was literally, they were literally saying that he might die just because they moved him from the hospital and they, you know, brought him to the mom's house, to Alicia's house. But she's got all this money and she has everything. She has the breathing machine. She has all the stuff that she needs to help her son survive. Okay, fine. That's fine. We're going to go with that because she got money. That's what happens. You got money. Sometimes if you have money, you can literally have the loved one on everything, breathing machines, all that stuff, set it up just like that when you have money. So I can buy that. But what I can't buy is if they were already saying that he was pretty much on the brink of death and now he's just walking out of the room. He hadn't even woken up yet. He's walking out of the freaking room. I mean, all right. I'm trying to, because I don't want to come off like I'm bashing, because I'm really not. But like now he walked out the room. I know I talked about this last week and I was just like, really? Like this is a whole scratch in my head moment, scratching everything moment, right? So now not only is he walking out, he walked out, you know, the room and showed everybody that he was alive and well. I mean, obviously alive, but now he's walking through this garage parking lot by himself in the dark, knowing daggone well that folks are after him after trying to delete a man like Duda. It's just very, very stupid, y'all. Very, very freaking stupid, okay? And so, it's stupid on his part. That's what I'm saying. It's stupid on his part to do something like this, okay? So, Nuck is like, you know, running up on him. He's supposed to delete him on site or whatever. And he gets a whiff. This is what I'm talking about with the comedy scene. He gets a whiff of what he's smoking because Rob is apparently like, man, I don't even care if I live or die, man. Do what you gotta do. That weed got you so like that you don't even care right now. You don't even want to bother to walk. I mean, he's like, listen, I'm just limping. I can't run. I can't fight. I'm just gonna smoke this L until I'm gone. Okay? And then you got freaking a Nuck like Felicia from freaking Friday. What you smoking on? Okay? And I'm just like, are we serious right now? Are we serious right now? Nuck is supposed to be here to do a job, but he want to know what a ninja is smoking on. Oh my gosh. So that's what y'all trying to do? This weed so daggone good that it just make a nigga forget what he was coming to do? It make a ninja forget that he's supposed to be scared when he about to die? Because everybody is not like Trick. People be scared when they about to die. And I don't take Rob for that type of person. To be like, do what you gotta do. Man, that weed got him set in the brain. To not feel any kind of emotions and to just be like, all right, well, I guess it's my time. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna go on with this good weed. That's that. So now Nuck, he wants a cut because he done had some of it before. He remembers smoking it on the porch with him and all that. Oh my gosh. Right. Big Wolf Status said, I'm from Detroit and I never seen nobody get their life threatening and then smoke his weed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. The weed business is on full blast. It sure is. Like, everybody wants a piece of it. Okay? A piece. What you smoking on? It's like, it's different, right? It's like crack almost. The whatever they smoking, oh my gosh. That's crazy to me. But they saying how they talk so highly of it. It goes down so smooth. It's this, it's that, da da da. Okay. All right, so now, what's his name out here making his own deals? after he done told Bakari that, everybody dreams can't come true. So my thing is, why you over here trying to make little extra side deals and stuff like that for yourself? If you're not an ambitious ninja, why you over here trying to make side deals and whatnot? Whatever kind of dreams you had, okay. Maybe they had. I mean, maybe they had some type of ambition in them. I would think so. So what happened? Bakari had you thinking or whatever? Or this is just one of those moments where it's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna need me a cut of this because this one has threw me off my game. I ain't standing on business no more. I want some of that. All right. So anyway, guys, he wants a cut. He said it's either that or your life. Okay. So obviously, Douda does. He's not gonna know anything about that. I don't know what this is gonna mean for Nuck, but it's probably not gonna mean a daggone thing, y'all. Okay, not a thing. So he has to go back and tell Tiff about the situation as well. That now we have to cut Nuck in. Okay, he wants a piece of it, and that's that. We got to cut him in, or it's gonna be my life. So that's that. So guys, Lene is back, and she started college, and she wants Bakari to sit in on her English lit class. Now she asked Bakari to be there, and it was just so cute because she I think she was the one that kind of told him that he should write a book about his life. And if I'm not mistaken, either way, if he brought it up or she brought it up, it doesn't matter. It was a discussion between the two of them. And he goes to the class because she's like, I can ask my professor if you can sit in, would you come, this and that. So next thing we know, he's in the class with her, but come to find out, the professor, she never asked him. She just kind of brought him in there, and I'm like, girl, you gonna have to learn the rules of the daggone institution. I'm sorry, not institution. You have to learn the rules of the college, the university. Okay, calm down. So it was Kadeem Hardison. I knew that it was him. Like, did everybody know his voice? As he's writing on the board, I'm like, that's Kadeem Hardison. I already know, But he's like telling the class what to expect, and he's like, whoop, like when I do the whoop, I need y'all to return it. So that was kind of cool. And that was something that helped her to see that she's gonna like the class. And then of course she thought about Bakari. So Bakari comes and he is into it. Like, as soon as he said something, he leaned in. Like, as soon as the professor said something, he just kind of leaned in, like, ooh. So I'm like, oh, he's really into this. I love this for him. But I also am very, 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 very afraid of what's going to happen to him now. I just hope that I'm wrong. That's all I can say. So when they meet the professor after the class, he's telling her, the professor, I'm sorry, is telling Lene that I can't break the rules. I'm glad that you read my syllabus and everything, because Bakari already went up in there like he was a student. And I'm like, go ahead, Bakari, because you don't seem like a little dropout baby now. Okay. So he's like, he read the syllabus. He was very impressed. And he's also impressed by Bakari's interest in stuff and passion. And so he said, I do tutor at 5. So make sure that you're not late. And all I could think of, oh my gosh, he's probably going to be late. Being mixed up with Douda and all this stuff, I'm pretty sure he's going to be late. So he winds up being late. We don't know why he was late though. And the professor practically was like, deals off the table, ready to close the door on him and everything. And he says, please, 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 if you don't help me, I'm going to either end up dead or in jail. I was very happy that he was vocal about that. That he wasn't afraid to fight for, this opportunity. And I think that's really amazing when it comes to Bakari, because he's somebody that he wasn't really able to learn a lot from anybody, right? But maybe just being under Pastor Jackson's, home, and his mentorship and everything, and even as kind of like a father figure in his life for the short time that he was, it probably really helped him out a little bit, I'm thinking, with some things, right? He did learn some stuff, right? So when he gets into the professor lets him come in, and he's talking, and he said, listen, I want you to write down everything. You're going to journal and blah, blah, blah. So this is the part where I got really, really afraid. And I was just like, you know what? This whole like journaling thing and saying to write down all your thoughts and everything that you were, or afraid to say, or that you would never said, or this and that. I know that sometimes in stories like that, when people do things, they make the character die, and then they find everything in the book, right? And they in the pages, and then we start to hear things, and then like I could just imagine something happening to him, and then Lene is reading everything in his journal, like the professor would say, here, this was his, he probably would want you to have it. And she's crying, and as she's reading it, we can hear Bakari's voice. Like, as she's reading it, we hear his voice saying everything that's in the paper. Yeah, that's how I feel that it's gonna go down like that, and I'm not happy about it. I'm really, really not. Because I never used to like this kid, but I love him now. I'm so pissed off. I'm pissed off, and it ain't even happened. I don't want it to happen, so I don't freaking know. Tamika said, Bakari gonna be killed and the book gonna be a bestseller. That would suck so bad, because what kind of message is it? Is it what kind of message is it giving us? Like, what, people can't make it out of the hood, or people can't make good of themselves? That's not true. Nia Lee said, I feel like they're just setting Bakari up to be the main character and replace Kevin. Okay, well, you know what? I'll take that. Okay. Thank you for helping me feel better. All right. But that my imagination has run wild, and I'm almost there with that one. My imagination is just running too wild right now. Okay, I need to pump the brakes, I understand, but that's what I'm feeling, y'all, and I am a little bit afraid. Okay, so I think I done said everything that I wanted to say. Was there anything else? I don't think so. All I know is that, Trig, he got himself into some trouble, y'all, by allowing this freaking idiot Duda to suck him in to this nightmare, okay? And my thing is, where the heck is Roz? Is she gonna come back? I mean, and not that will be any help anyway, right? Like, all she does is protect Duda at the end of the day. But maybe she'll come around and do something for Trig, I don't know, y'all. It's just, we're just going to have to see what happens. That's all. We're going to have to see what happens. But Kari been over there 4 or 5 times, and Nina still doesn't know. That's what I'm saying with these kids. Hi, Via. That's what I'm saying with these kids. They just be doing anything. Like, this girl, we already know Gemma, her father don't really give two craps. Like, as long as she alive, he don't really give two damns about what that little girl is doing. He does not care. You can have sex with as many guys as you want. Like, I don't know what kind of father that is, but I think if we do a Father's Day list for the worst fathers, he might have to go on the list. Like, he really is, like, not your typical dad when it comes to, like, protecting your daughter and not wanting her to be, all around the world, same song. Like, come on now. Erica, what's up? I want him to write his book. He said he wanted to write a book last season. Right. And that's what I want. I want him to write a book. Okay? And write it and be here to, see everything, to see all the success and everything. That's what I want. All right. But when the heck is Duda gonna leave? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I don't freaking know. But yeah, these kids just doing whatever they want to do. We didn't see Papa this episode. And what else? I don't know. All I know is Jada said something to her son, to Emmett, and she said, we just want you to know that if anything happens to any of you guys, we will take care of the kids. And he's like, don't say that. You scaring me. You know what I mean? But I guess after all the stuff that's happened, because, Darnell was saying it may be scary or whatever, but it's real life. Like, we have to talk about this and face this because you got yourself into some trouble. Like, they ain't saying that, but it's like we do need to kind of mention this, right? Because you done got yourself in the mix with some crazy people. Okay, not to mention he didn't tell his father nothing about dealing with Alicia. That's another thing. Okay, now he over here telling his he's over here telling Keisha that, I'm going to I'm gonna what did she say? She said she told him that she's not going to ever give him counsel or any advice or suggestions about what he's doing, but because she's not going to jail for him, but she is happy that he's letting her in and letting her know what's going on, which is good because there was too much lying going on and she was really feeling like he was cheating or doing something, like something is going on. It wasn't healthy for their relationship. So now it's good that she does know, but it's like they're still living in fear. I'm worried for people that is close to Emmett. Yeah, and not only that, people that are close to Emmett, but also the fact that they might make Keisha pregnant. It kind of made me feel like, why? Why are we doing that? What's going to be the point of Keisha being pregnant? Does that mean that Emmett is going to die and she's going to be happy that she has a piece of Emmett with her? I mean, because honestly, Emmett having another baby wouldn't mean nothing to any of us because he got a whole bunch of them, right? But for Keisha, it's like it will be the last, piece of him or a living reminder of him or something like that. You know what I mean? Because I just don't understand, like, what's the purpose of her having a baby with Emmett? Like, why not just leave it at that? Let y'all little blended family work because it seems like it's working. You already see that even the grandparents are calling Keisha's son, little Ronnie, their little brothers. Go in the room. Y'all go sit down and go watch a movie or something. Darnell saying, get your little brother. That's Keisha's son that they calling the little brother. And even Emmett talking to him like that's his son. I love the way they're making everything work out. But why does she need a baby from him? Like, his seed. Why does she need it? Not saying she's choosing that, but I'm saying why are the writers making that happen? Because I'm already going to assume with no condom, I'm already assuming she's pregnant. There ain't no reason why they would even bother to mention that she neglected to let him get that condom. There's no reason why they would even let us hear that conversation if she wasn't going to wind up being pregnant. So that's where I'm at with it, y'all. We gonna see what happens. We gonna see if Emmett, because honestly, I don't feel like Emmett is really safe like that, and I want him to be safe. But the way they be talking, how he always promising people that he's gonna be okay and all that, and it's like, and Keisha, he said to his mother that he promised. She said, I'm not burying you, Emmett, and he was like, you won't have to and all that. You can't promise her that with all the stuff you done got yourself into. And then he did the same thing in this episode with Keisha. He's like, I promise you this not da da da. She said, you can't promise me that. And I think if I'm remembering right, I think he said he can. Like, it's just weird stuff. And when they talk about that, it makes me feel like something is going to happen to him. I don't know. I'm kind of scared for him a little bit. Like, I love the fact that in last season when he was like kind of going head up with Duda and they were talking and he was like, well, niggas love me. You know what I'm saying? And if you do something to me, the whole city gonna raise up on you. So my thing is, don't let that be the catalyst for taking Duda out, right? Like, you gonna delete Emmett, and that's when everybody's gonna say we had enough. That's when everybody gonna go to war with Duda and take him down. So that's when the whole town and the whole city gonna bring out the pitchforks and stuff. I don't know, y'all. Ugh, that's a possibility right there. I don't know. I think I would be sad. I've enjoyed watching Emmett. He's very, he's he's done a lot of stupid things, but I've enjoyed him. So, he's a good character. I feel like something gonna happen either with Keisha or one of the kids. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like they might leave the kids alone, but I could see something happening to Keisha, but not permanently. Like, I don't see them deleting her or nothing like that, but they might try to touch her for sure. But see, here's the thing. This is where it gets interesting. So I'm glad you said this. Um, Remember who loves Keisha, that works for Duda, and that's Nuck. So if Nuck is ordered to abduct Keisha or do anything to Keisha, oh, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not going down. He's definitely gonna step in. I could see that. He's definitely gonna step in and, either warn them or do the abduction situation, and maybe I don't know. I wouldn't go as far as say fake it or whatever, but like I just don't see him allowing that to go down. That might make him put a bullet in Duda's head. Ooh, I shouldn't have said that. But that right there might make Nuck flip out. Let him put his hands on Keisha. Flip out. That's what I would like to see. That might be the thing right there. That might be his turning point, because I've been waiting for Nuck to raise up on Duda, or to turn on Duda. You know what I mean? Nuck already feels like he owes Keisha. He always feels really bad about what happened to her while she got abducted and things like that. So I could see him trying to come to the rescue. But, I don't, yeah, y'all might, that's a strong possibility that something would happen to Keisha or one of the kids. I kind of think the kids are safe, though. I hope. But we shall see. I think Rose is coming back. Did I call her Roz? Whatever. I thought her name was Roz. I think Rose is coming back because Duda doesn't trust Bianca. Did you see how he looked at her at that dinner? She seemed like she tipped him off about her possible involvement in his money. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, when she said, "You people need to know you were here," I was like, that wasn't the best thing to say to him, because it definitely sounds like some, you not gonna be here that long, my guy. And that's why I thought when he stood up to give her a kiss, I thought he was like about to like yoke her up a little bit or something in public, but he didn't do that. So did he lock up the pow pow? The city needs to come together now. I thought that they would make a plan during the men's meeting to take Duda down. Yeah, they're just not doing anything that I thought they were gonna do. They're just not. They're just adding more people into the mix. Now they done added this lady here who's like, now it's Duda against her. You know what I'm saying? Alicia. It's her against Duda. You know, when before he was the big bad wolf, now we got her involved. She don't seem like that, if she deletes him, that she'll be considered like somebody that would be a problem, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? Do that in the chess game with Nuck. You wear your queen on your sleeves. Yeah. Very good. Very good. I remember that. I definitely remember that. But yeah, I mean, I feel like they have some interesting things that they can happen, that they can make happen with this. And I think that's the thing that kind of gets me upset with the show, is that I see a lot of potential in the storylines, but then it's like they take us somewhere else and you're like, whoa, like where the heck are we going right now? You know? But it happens. We'll see. I guess if they want to go longer, that's, and stay and go through more seasons, I guess that's why we have to go through this. And are we going to stay for the ride? I guess so. I already done made my commitment to freaking stay locked in until when? I don't know. All right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here with me. It was a good conversation. And it's not really, it is a conversation, because like you hear me and I'm reading what you're saying. So yeah, we'll call it a conversation. It's a good little interaction with y'all, which I always love. Thank you for coming through, LSW. Erica McRae. Naya Lee, Tamika White, OT Lungs, Big Wolf Status. Tina. Did I say Alice? Chanel, Tanette Grayson, Tamika White. Thank you guys so much for being here. Courtney Harrison was here as well. Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. I'm not sure if I'm going live on Sunday, guys. I will keep you posted on that because it's just some things, with the panel per se. Okay, so I'm not sure who's going to be available to be here. And I think the only person that watches The Chi is Moochie. So if anything, it might just be me and her. Okay? Talking about the scratching my head moments and things like that, least favorite moments, we're going to try to do it, right? Erica said Nuck will not let harm come to Keisha again. He feels like her kid. Yeah. Yep. I said that. All right, y'all. Have a blessed night. Take care. And get some rest if you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? And eat well. Bye.